Wolf of Fantasy Sports back with the Dfs Wolfpack for the 2/13 6-game NBA slate. Looking at DraftKings player pricing. Goran Dragic, 6,400 on the road versus Toronto. On January 9th, dropped 50 DraftKings points versus Toronto. This is my sleeper pick on the slate at 6,400. Goran Dragic has the upside to hit 40 plus DraftKings points in this matchup. Not worried about Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade should be still coming off the bench. I think Wade affects Tyler Johnson, Josh Richardson, those other guards. Goran Dragic, his role is secure with this team. At 6,300, De'Aaron Fox is being talked up by all the touts today. I think Dragic is a great pivot off of De'Aaron Fox because we know Goran Dragic has an upside and a ceiling of 50 DraftKings points. De'Aaron Fox, not so much. So Goran Dragic, my sleeper pick on the slate at 6,400. Looking at George Hill, 4,900 on the road versus OKC. Dropped 17 DraftKings points in his debut with Cleveland versus Boston. That game was a blowout. Didn't see his full run of minutes. Saw around 20. This game stays close. They on the road. I think he could see around 28 minutes in this matchup. We don't know if Westbrook's playing. 4,900, I think George Hill can hit value 20 to 30 DraftKings points here in this matchup. LeBron James, great play. I like LeBron. I like Giannis. Paul George, if Westbrook sits, even though his price went up to 99, he's still in play here. Jimmy Butler's okay. But my favorite pay up for the small forward spot is Giannis, the Greek Freak. 10,700 without Henson in the lineup, without Brogdon. Giannis's usage is up and his rebounding is up. So 10,700. If this game stays close, Giannis could smash value, drop a 60 DraftKings points. Giannis is one of my favorite pay-ups. I also like LeBron. With these new pieces that are added to Cleveland, LeBron, he's passing the basketball. He's got shooters. That's assists. He's going to be rebounding the basketball. If Westbrook plays, I'm going to like LeBron a lot. Looking at power forward center spot, Thon Maker, 3,700. No Henson. If he sees over 25 minutes in this matchup or around 25 minutes in this matchup, I think he can pay off 3,700. This is the value play I'm looking at 3,700. Thon Maker. I like targeting bigs versus the Atlanta front court. Looking at Karl Anthony Towns, also another player being talked up by a lot of touts. 9,200. In his last 3 games versus Houston, he's averaging 60 DraftKings points. If you look here, just played Houston on the 18th. 62.5 DraftKings points, 22 points, 16 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 blocks. That's a lot of blocks. You know he had a monster day on FanDuel. 2 steals. Yeah, definitely crushed FanDuel. Karl Anthony Towns is a great play at home versus Houston. Houston versus Minnesota is one of the closest spreads and one of the highest game totals on this 6-game slate. So that's definitely a game I want to target and have exposure to. Looking at DeJounte Murray, 5,700. Coming off a back-to-back on the road versus Denver, one of the toughest spots for a back-to-back. 5,700. He's a player that could see a lot of minutes tonight versus Denver. Jamal Murray is questionable tonight. DeJounte Murray should see the minutes off the back-to-back. I think he's in a great spot versus Denver defense. 5,700. Looked at DeJounte Murray, one of the players I got in my player pool. Bam Adebayo, the price is up on him at 5,000. As you can see, 4,700, 47, 46, 38. If he was 3,800, I would lock him in this matchup versus Toronto. Last time out versus Toronto, I believe he dropped 50 DraftKings points. And I'm not sure if Whiteside played or not. I don't recall. This is a boomer bust player. As you can see, 36, 17, 39, 12, 41. Bam has the upside here to drop 30 plus DraftKings points. Definitely a risky player. Someone I have limited exposure to, but I wanted to bring him up. Chris Paul. Chris Paul is a player from Houston that I have my eye on tonight because I want exposure to Houston. I just don't know if I have enough for Harden. I don't think I'm going to have enough salary to pay up for Harden. So Chris Paul at 9,100 dropped 47 on Minnesota last time out. 116 to a 98. That was a score. Dropped 19 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals. If you look, he's got 50-point upside, and at 9,000, that's great. So that's another player I'm looking at to pay up for. Also, a few players to highlight. Houston versus Minnesota at 6,200. You can get Wiggins. He's a good player to target. A lot of value is going to come from San Antonio tonight. That's what's projected. So I'm waiting on the news to see who's in, who's out. Bertans, Kyle Anderson, DeJounte Murray. Paul Gasol leaving at 5,600. Price went from 48, almost a stone cold lock at 4,800. Without Aldridge to 5,600. Makes you think about it a little bit more. Coming off that back-to-back, I don't know if Paul Gasol plays, so look to that. Dwight Powell, been seeing the minutes at home, 5,500. His price went up. Dwayne Dedmon at 5,300 versus Milwaukee. If he gets to start, could be in play. These are some players to look at. Bertans. Price is low on James Johnson. Tristan Thompson, 4,500. Someone's going to have to guard Adams. Don't love it, but at 4,500 could hit 20, 25, 30 DraftKings points. Manu Ginobili could be playing tonight, 4,300. So there's some players to look at. Good luck in your contest. Hit me up at Dfs Wolfpack if you want to join the league on DraftKings. Good luck.